becomes sort of
All
their
right,
own
all right, we're good. We got it, dude. We're like, talking about not overdoing this. We're overdoing it. All right, let's roll. Here we go. Welcome to episode 12, the season finale of season 2 of the Micro Vlogcast. I have one last burning question for you two, and that is there are CSR, corporate social responsibility reports, there's sustainability reports, there are transparency reports, there's all these different reports. Like, what's the skinny? How does that work?
What's the skinny? In some respects, they're the exact same thing. There's nuances.
Okay, what are the nuances then?
Okay, so nuances, from, I guess you could say from my perspective, nuances from the difference between a sustainability report and a corporate social responsibility report pertains to the direction you're looking. So a sustainability report looks backwards, and you're reporting on all the information that happened in the prior year and putting it into an organized format in a report. Corporate social responsibility is the forward-looking, like how are we going to be a responsible corporate citizen for both our employees and our community and our products. So it's looking at that forward direction. Where do we want to be? Where do we want to go? So that's the difference between those two, in my opinion. Transparency reports gets into what information are we going to communicate in these reports. So how transparent are we going to be? Are we going to what are we going to share? And let's share it, and it's in this form of a transparency report.
It's a lot of reports. Are they all rolled? Can you roll them into one, or do they stay individually?
I was just going to say, like, I often use the language pretty interchangeably.
Yeah.
Okay.
My approach is, you're right. There's a kind of defined definitions of like what all three might be, or there's probably more nuances. But honestly, when you're doing the work, it all is just. I think we talked about this in one of the other episodes. It's all a story, right, that you're trying to tell. And so, from the perspective of doing the work, it's like going back to that central kind of core data set. What are you measuring, and what do you want to communicate, and where are you going? Like, where are your goals? And then, how are you going to market that? How are you going to get that authenticated? How are you going to build trust but with these different mechanisms, right?
Gotcha.
Different reports.
And that's, I think you get into this like brand piece. I love that, like telling the story. I think that's one thing we find companies are forgetting about in their sustainability reports or other reports is we have to do this. Like some of them are required. And so instead of saying, we're going to build our brand, we're going to tell the story about how we're different and what we're doing to be different, they say, well, we got to just check the box. And so that is a really interesting thing to say of like, this isn't just regulatory compliance. This isn't just something you have to do. This is actually a way you can build your brand and tell your story. Well, thank you for joining us for season 2 of the Micro Vlogcast. We look forward to talking to you soon.
Than I thought. I was kind of nervous.
Really,
yeah.
The bar is pretty low, I think.